I'm jazz violinist Michael Ward, and welcome to the Dat Cooking Show with me, yours truly. Now today, I'm going to show you how to boil turkey necks with all of the trimmings. Now down here in New Orleans, we only know how to boil for big crowds. So I'm going to show you how to boil for 20 to 30 people. This comes really in handy when you're boiling for family reunions, picnics, tailgating, but most importantly, safe football games. Now the first thing you're going to need to do this boil is a big pot. Let me show you a pot. I don't think so. What we need for this boil is Big Bertha. Now this is Big Bertha. Now the first thing you're going to need to complete this crawfish boil are your ingredients. Now you see my ingredients are laid out on the table, and I have enough ingredients to fill Big Bertha outside that I'm going to be boiling in. Now I have my bell peppers, my celery, my onions, my corn, my potatoes, my lemons, I have my peeled garlic, and then I have my crawfish boil, which I prefer Cajun land over everybody else. That's because Cajun land already has a salt in it. And then most importantly, I have my turkey necks, and then I have my sausage. Now normally, I like to let my water boil for about 10 to 15 minutes before I put my ingredients in. But right now, I'm going to prepare my ingredients to go into the boil. So I take my bell pepper and I remove the stem, just like this. Discard this stem, cut it in half, and basically you can just cut it down into small portions. Remove all the seeds if you like. And just cut it into small portions, however you want to do it, doesn't matter. Because we're going to put this in the crawfish boil, we're not actually going to eat the bell peppers. Now I'd like to get my celery. You can take your celery and you can cut it into about 2-inch parts. You cut it all the way down and you do all your celery like that. Now I have about a bag of celery and you can put all of that into the pot and it'll work just fine. Next I take my onion. And of course, we've got to peel these onions. So cut the ends off. I like to cut a slit so that I can peel them a little bit easier. And then you chop them into big chunks because we're not going to actually eat these onions. These onions are going to go towards the seasoning. So now we cut them all up and our onions are prepared to go into the pot. Lastly, we get our lemons. Now all I do is I just cut my lemons in half. You don't need to cut them down into small sections. Cut them in half and throw them in the pot.
Big bass drum led the big parade all on a mighty Friday. The big bass drum led the big parade all on a mighty Friday. The big bass drum led the big parade all on a mighty Friday.
Now that we got the ingredients in the pot, I normally like for my ingredients to boil for about 15 minutes before I add my turkey.
Trombone was playing that tailgate song. All on a mighty Friday. Trombone was playing that tailgate song. All on a mighty Friday. The trombone was playing that tailgate.
Now that we got our turkey necks in the boil, now it's time to prepare the rest of the ingredients that will go into the pot. We prepare these ingredients last because they take the least amount of time to boil. So we get our potatoes. And I'll take my potatoes and I just cut them in half. And I throw them into the pot just like that. Now, we have our sausage. Now, down here in New Orleans, we have D&D sausage. We know you can't get that out there in Florida or wherever you all are. So you might want to make a trip to New Orleans to get you a box of D&D sausage to take home. We cut them into strips like this. We don't need very large strips. Cut them into small strips, and we throw those into the pot. Lastly, we have our corn. Well, our corn is the last thing to go into the pot because it takes only about 5 to 6 or 7 minutes for that corn to be ready to boil and ready to go. Now, I want to thank you all for joining us at the Who Dat Cooking Show. I hope that you enjoyed my recipe for boiled turkey necks with all the trimmings. Now, we didn't show the outtakes because after you finish cooking your turkey necks, all you can do is just eat them and enjoy them. Hope to see you on the next show. Until next time, see ya.